The Kenyan government has been urged to allow the United Nations Special Rapporteur on Human Rights to visit and assess the country's human rights situation. The Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, in an advisory to the government, has recommended that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs grants the UN the rights and opportunity to visit the country officially. The recommendation comes on the back of what the KNCHR terms as poor human rights conditions in the country.
The Commission continues to raise concerns on the state in which the country's human rights defenders operate. From arbitrary arrests and detention to the outright killing of human rights defenders, the Commission has called out the government and its agencies for failing to perform its primary duty of protecting and enhancing their rights.
We have arbitrary arrests of the HRDs. Many of them, sometimes they are taken to court and then they are released because there is no evidence of any criminal act. They are only expressing, violations of human rights. And I think the missing link that you are talking about here is how do we connect what they are expressing on behalf of the citizens as the voices of reason.
KNCHR reviewed the period between 2020 to 2022 and found that 8 human rights defenders were killed, 2 were disappeared, while 144 human rights defenders were detained arbitrarily. Those figures, human rights activists say, have increased in the ensuing period.
The statistics that you've seen here, the graphs, will go down by 30% at least. As there are too many state officers who are being cowed as a result of orders from above. The culture of fear is too rampant in many of the state agencies, whether they are investigators, or police officers, whether they are prosecutors, whether even judicial officers. The entire structure, unfortunately, has become paralyzed by essentially executive state capture.
Kenya's human rights record is also taking a beating on the international stage. KNCHR says the country's delay in allowing the UN Special Rapporteur on the rights to freedom of peaceful assembly and association to visit is placing the country in bad standing.
I have no specific reason why the government or the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is not keen in granting these special rapporteurs. But these special rapporteurs coming from the UN, they play a very crucial role. They will be able to bring out probably information to the state for action.
The Commission further wants the government to enact legislation or policy that will recognize the role of human rights defenders in the country, as well as ratify international protocols that enhance and protect human rights defenders in Kenya. Brenda Wanga, Citizen TV.